This is the hardest type of verbal reasoning question. Pause and try. This is a bit of a trick question because I want you to flag this in the exam. You'd come back at the end. Every other question in this extract batch will give you one thing to find, but this will give you four. So it's 4 times the work for the same mark. So do the other 3 first. They'll take you through the passage 1 time each, and by the time you come back to this question, you'll understand the passage as a whole. So let's say you've come back now. You should know enough to give each paragraph a theme, which is the key to this question. The first paragraph, let's read it. It talks about antibiotics losing their power when they are overused. It talks about antimicrobial stewardship. It talks about it operating in more than 40 countries. So this feels like a definitions paragraph. In the second paragraph, we're told that we can switch to narrower spectrum drugs. The course may be shortened. Okay, so this feels like a practical paragraph. The third paragraph talks about stewardship being able to work. The clinical case is compelling. So this feels like an effectiveness paragraph. All right. The fourth paragraph is talking about it being most common in overcrowded hospitals and under-resourced clinics. Staffing is thinnest. Does it reach the wards that need it the most? This is talking about reach and relevance. The fifth paragraph is talking about stewardship can only address prescribing behavior, not the deeper drivers of resistance. This feels like a limits paragraph, talking about the limits of stewardship. So now we're going to map each of the answers to the paragraphs. Statement A talks about antimicrobial stewardship having some clear clinical benefit. That's effectiveness. That's talking about this paragraph here. The clinical case is compelling, so we can rule that out. Antimicrobial stewardship is when antibiotic prescriptions are reviewed. That's a definition. We're told that straight away, so we can get rid of this. Stewardship research to date has been carried out by pharmacy teams. In our labeling, we haven't talked about who does what, so we can't necessarily rule that out, and that's fine. We'll go on to the next one. Stewardship should form part of a properly nationally funded team. Well, that's going to be talking about the limits. So let's try and find that in the paragraph. If stewardship is to become a national strategy, it must be paired with serious investment. So that's supported. Okay, and that was here. So it must be C. If you did not get the answer, if you are finding this kind of question hard, practice them more, but also understand when you need to flag this and give up. It's not worth your time spending a lot of time on this type of question.